Moonlight guided the teams as they jogged across the footbridge crossing the tributary of the James River, the sturdy wooden planks vibrating under the thump of boot and paw as tumbling streams of water washed underneath the steel trusses. "There!" Meg threw the word over her shoulder as she pointed at the pale 3-story building on the far side of the bank, set deep into the encroaching forest. "That's the old power plant."
"Looks like a good choice," Brian called back. "Now let's see if the dogs agree with us."
Even with lights and sirens going and minimal late-night traffic, it had taken the team over an hour and a quarter to reach their destination. They parked in the lot just south of the James River, crossed the short bridge over the train tracks, and followed the riverside path until they reached the footbridge. The night was quiet and dark, with only the moon and their flashlights for light, but the dogs' steps were sure, and they loped along easily beside their handlers. Meg pulled up as they came to the end of the footbridge, waiting until everyone was grouped around her. "Quick overview to orient yourself in the dark." She pointed to the northeast. "That was where the Confederate prison camp was. There's not much left of it now, as there were no buildings for the prisoners, only a bunch of tents that were insufficient for the thousands held here. A huge number of men died and were buried on the island. Those graves have now been moved, but their location is marked. The ironworks was also over on the east end of the island, and there are several metal structures left from it, including the ruins of both the old oil house and the rolling and milling facility. But that would be a harder place to hide anyone, as neither building is complete or has a roof. The old power plant is the only intact building because it's the newest and was used until the 1960s. There are also the remains of several quarries on the island, the biggest of which is on the western tip of the island and has been flooded to become a deep man-made pond, so be careful in the dark. Let's split up so we can cover ground more quickly, but keep your radios on. Call out if you run into trouble or if you find her."